Hi there. Your first assignment, your first writing assignment this quarter is going to be a classification essay. This is a type of essay that in general is meant to inform, but sometimes they're made to be kind of funny, and you can make it funny if you want to. But the basic idea is to choose a topic that you can divide into three categories. You could say there are three kinds of whatever, A, B, and C. So you could say there are three kinds of snakes that I've found on my property. There are three kinds of popular video games. There are three kinds of teachers. So you can, whatever you can divide into categories. There are three kinds of snack foods that are popular in Honduras. Whatever. And then, so for your pre-writing, I want you to fill out the soapstone. And we've talked about this, I believe, before, but I don't know if this year we filled one out. So the subject means whatever you're talking about, in this case, whatever you're classifying. So if you were going to do the three kinds of snakes, you would put snake, subject snakes. Occasion, so it says make something up. So you should make up a reason why you might write about this other than for your English class assignment. If there's something that you're studying in science or have been studying in science or history or something like that, and you want to write it as if you're writing for a history exam or science exam, that would be fine. If you want to write it for imaginary teen writing contest, that would be fine. Audience, again, you can choose that. You can choose your audience. So if your audience is going to be your science teacher, or your audience is going to be your friends, your audience is going to be your parents, whatever. People that might decide to come to Licky Number, and you tell them there are three kinds of teachers at Licky Number School. So choose your occasion, choose your audience, your purpose. What is your purpose? Is your purpose to entertain, to be humorous, to inform, to prepare someone for something? So like there are three kinds of things that you really need to pack if you're going to the United States. So you're going to prepare someone for a trip. So whatever your purpose is, your speaker. So basically when it says speaker, it means who are you to be talking about this? Are you giving your opinion as a junior high school student? Are you offering advice as a gamer to other people? Are you a K-pop fan? And you're going to explain to your parents or me, because I don't know anything about K-pop. Like the last thing I remember about K-pop is Gangnam Style, so I'm really old. And so basically, who are you to be talking about this? And the tone is, so in what way are you going to be talking about it? Are you going to be just informal and joking and funny? Are you going to be helpful? Are you going to be sarcastic? Are you going to be academic? So like if you were doing something for science class or history class, maybe you would choose an academic tone. Then you wouldn't use any kind of informal language, and you would choose to use technical terms and things like that. Rough draft. After you've done that, okay, so this is your pre-writing. This is your pre-writing, that's all. Don't copy what I wrote, put what it is about your topic, okay? Your rough draft, skip lines, of course. It should be 5 paragraphs, and I need to be able to see where your paragraphs are, so what I want you to do is make it very clear. If you have to number the paragraphs to make it very clear, that's fine. You could write intro, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion, etc. I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast. Maybe I need to slow down. Let's see. So it should end up being at least 20 sentences. And for 5 paragraphs, 20 sentences is not very long. So if it's longer than that, that's okay. Please don't make it shorter than 20 sentences. I want to see you talk about something. Sorry. Your So in your introduction, you should talk about the topic in general for at least 4 sentences and end with your thesis. Excuse me, sorry. Your thesis is going to be, there are 3 kinds of whatever. You can list them, or you can choose not to list them and just let the body paragraph speak for you. Either one is fine. But your thesis statement at the end of your introduction should be, there are 3 kinds of, and finish the sentence. Body paragraphs start each with a transition word or phrase introducing a topic sentence. Okay, so your first body paragraph could say, the first kind of teacher you will encounter at Licky Number School is blah, blah, blah. So the transition word is first, and the rest of that is the topic sentence. And then the next paragraph could say, you will also find blah, blah, blah teachers at Licky Number School. Okay, and then your third body paragraph could say, finally, you will find blah, blah, blah. See what I mean? First, also, finally, those are transition words. You don't have to use those. You could say, one kind of snake we have on our property is blah, blah, blah. Another kind is blah, blah, blah. But the most fearsome kind is blah, 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 blah. So just use some kind of transition word or phrase. And I know that you've learned about that before because I have taught every grade from 4th grade and up at Licky Number School. And so I know that it's in your curriculum. If you have questions about it, please let me know. And then include information about that category of the topic. Details. Do not repeat information. Okay? So, the first type of writing we had to do in Mrs. Brown's class was describing a person. And then you could talk about that. And then another type of writing we had to do in Mrs. Brown's class was blah, 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 blah. Okay? So you need to give information about each category in the different paragraphs. And then it says, do not repeat information. What happens a lot of times when people have a certain length they need to write, what they do is either they write a bunch of fluff words that have no meaning or reason to be there, or they say something in different ways. This is the kind of snake I'm most scared of. It is the scariest snake. It is most fearful, okay? So therefore I've said the same thing in 3 different ways. And I know you probably won't do that exact thing, but be aware of not repeating things. Okay. The conclusion, restate your thesis and then apply the knowledge. How will this be useful? Okay, so if you were writing about the 3 kinds of snakes on your property, then probably you're writing to people that are going to come and visit your property. And so that information will be useful, especially if you described the snake so that people will know which ones are the more dangerous ones. Okay? And then it says, words to avoid. Do not use these words if at all possible. The word right, the word you, or any form of these words. Writing, written, you, your, yourself. Okay? Try to avoid those words. We are not talking directly to people. We're talking about a topic to whoever might encounter this essay. Okay? You have an audience in mind, but I am not going to be your audience. Your audience is whoever you pick to be your audience. Unless there's something you really want to teach me about, okay? If you want to teach me how to do screen sharing on YouTube, that would be great because I don't know how to do that. But not in this way, because I don't think you can make that into a classification essay. But you know what I mean. If you have something that you really want to tell me, I can be your audience. But if you want to tell it to someone who's interested in your game, who doesn't know about K-pop, but you think maybe they would like it, whatever. So here is your board. If you want to take a picture or screenshot of that, I think it's pretty clear. These are your instructions for pre-writing and rough draft. You will have you will have further instructions for revisions and final draft. And yeah, that's it. So happy writing.